Sup y'all, it's me. So, if you're on TikTok, I'm sure you saw this because it's been going viral for the past couple of days. But it's about some Karens, and yeah, Karens in 2025. I feel like this is pretty rare nowadays. You hardly see this, even though you still do. But it's about some Karens, like, harassing a lady that's sitting on a bench. Or I guess to be more specific about it, for putting her stuff down next to the bench.
Not matter. This bench I donated because of my late sister passed away.
Okay, so my son just set it there and he walked to the bathroom and he'll be back soon and we'll pick it up.
I'm asking if it can
Okay,
be
but now
moved.
you're attacking me because it's just sitting there
No,
and my son will bring
I'm asking you
it.
to be respectful.
Okay, well you're
Can
not
you-
being
can you
respectful
come
to ask.
around?
Absolutely not. No.
No, she was.
Come and
No.
look at
She
the plaque.
asked if it was okay, and you
This
said no.
bench-
'cause
Yeah,
you
because
were
my son
bothering
just
her.
set it down and he's
Yeah,
gonna
good.
come right back and pick it up. It's
so
really not that big of a deal.
It for other people it is.
So you could tell that these ladies, they're just being aggressive, right out the bat. All because the son of the woman who's recording decided to put his stuff down next to the bench. And it's like, I don't really think it's a big deal, And before the video was being recorded, the two Karens asked the woman on the bench if she could move the stuff. And the lady said no, which is perfectly fine. She's allowed to. It's her son's stuff. He can set it down wherever. And they said that keeping the stuff there is being disrespectful when it really isn't. They're not doing anything wrong. It's just stuff next to the bench. And I'd go to say that the two Karens are being way more disrespectful by grabbing the kid's stuff and moving it from there when the lady, the person sitting on the bench, clearly did not want the stuff to be moved. And I understand that they donated this bench or dedicated this bench to their sister who died. I completely understand that. But if you didn't want people to use this bench, then why bother donating the bench to a public area where the public is going to use said bench? The purpose of a bench is to sit down on, to put stuff on, to put stuff next to. And these ladies are getting upset that the bench is serving its intended purpose. It's like giving somebody money and getting upset that they spent it.
Like, so has your sister died?
No, my sister. I don't have a sister.
Okay, so you wouldn't know. Has your mother died?
Yeah, she's dead. And
Yeah,
my
okay, so
father
if-
is also dead, and I am also a mortician, so I understand
Okay,
your
yeah.
grief that you
So-
probably have. But my son
Yeah.
just set it down,
But-
and they can literally walk back and pick it right
but
back
she
up.
only asked you if it was okay if she
I
brought
asked if I
the
could
trash,
respectfully
if she could
move
get rid
it.
of it.
Yeah,
and
well, it's
that's all
not
she
it's not
asked,
your business
just
to pick
get
it up,
rid of
though.
it.
I don't want you to go out of your way to pick something up when my son just set it down.
means something to her to
I
get rid
don't
of
want
it.
trash next to my sister's fucking bench.
Now you're
Bitch.
And that's
cussing at
it.
me.
Fuck you.
Don't throw that.
So the Karen in the colored shirt seems to get more aggressive, and do they not understand how dumb they look getting mad at this woman and by proxy getting mad at her son over a bench? It's really not a big deal because eventually when the son comes back and the son and the mom move somewhere else or just walk somewhere else, the stuff isn't gonna be there anymore. So they're getting mad over such a short term, like super short term problem that's just gonna be gone like in what, a minute, 2 minutes, maybe 5, 10, I don't know, but it's not gonna be there forever. And then the Karens seem like even bigger douchebags too, because asking the lady, has your sister died? Then when she responds with, no, I don't have a sister, to then say, oh, well, you gotta understand, and to immediately ask her afterwards, well, has your mom died? It doesn't really make sense because why does that matter? Why is it so important that she lost someone? I feel like that is such a rude and messed up thing to ask. And the lady does respond, saying that her mom and her dad have both died, and the two Karens, they don't seem to care. They weren't like, oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. They just continue on doing what they're doing. And it's crazy because the lady does kind of sympathize with her too, because she's lost her parents, so she knows what these people are going through. But she even understands that what they're doing is getting blown out way out of proportion because it is such a small insignificant thing. And I completely agree with the lady sitting down. It is none of their business to go ahead and start moving stuff that's not theirs around when the lady clearly said that she did not want anything to be moved. And at the end of that video, you even hear the person sitting down telling the Karen, don't throw that shit, because I assume she was walking towards the trash can to throw it away because she's so mad at these snacks, these things that are just next to the ground that don't matter. She's gonna throw them away because she obviously owns this bench and maintains it every day. There is another video that does happen after this first interaction, and this time it's the second Karen, the one that was wearing black, where she's the one freaking out instead. And you guys could go find it because it's honestly pretty annoying. But it's just, I think at this point, the son has come back from the restroom and she's trying to tell him the story, not even the mom, but tell him the story as to why this bench was dedicated to the sister. But it's kind of like, at this point, why even bother trying to explain? Like, after arguing with the mom for who knows how long, now you think it's a good time to start explaining when there shouldn't need to be an explanation? You should have just kept going on your way instead of blowing something so out of proportion for really no reason. I mean, who knows, maybe someone's gonna say that the lady sitting down was in the wrong. Maybe she should have heard their story. But also it's kind of like, why does the story change the purpose of the bench? She wasn't the one that started arguing with them. She was just sitting down, minding her business, waiting for her son, when these two Karens just come up to her and start arguing with her, giving her shit. I feel like the lady handled these two people in this situation the best she could. Alright, but let's say that this lady, the one sitting down, did decide to go ahead and move her stuff or listen to their story, then move her stuff. And then what? They're gonna do it to the next person, and the next person, and the next person. And this was eventually going to happen, that someone was gonna be like, no, it's just a bench. And I feel like if anything's better that it happened now than later on when they've done it so much. Because by that point, like, they would have gone away with it for so long that they'd be like, what? Like, what's going on? The reaction probably would have been way, way worse. When ultimately, it is just a bench. And this problem that they're having isn't even a real problem. It's a problem that they're choosing to make. Yeah, honestly, I just feel bad for the lady sitting down and her son who just came back from the restroom and was just thrown into the middle of something that just shouldn't have happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Karen's getting mad over a bench is something I've never seen before this. And in a way, I'm kind of intrigued by the fact that people could get mad over something so simple. But hey, they're Karens. They get mad over anything. But I'll see y'all next time, whenever that's going to be.